session on physical fitness and health. First of all, I would like to fill you in a bit about our project, Heal You, Heal Us. This is done by the Rotaract Club of Faculty of Science, University of Colombo, with the aim of helping the youth of our country to face the challenges that arise during this pandemic with a positive mindset and attitude. And please be kind enough to fill out the Google form to confirm your participation today. It is given in the chat box in Zoom and the chat section below for those who are joining with us from Facebook Live. This is the second day of the series, and our main sponsor for this session is Vela Professionals of Chaplin Consumer Private Limited. We will present you with a short commercial now and be right back. And with that, the Rotaract Club, along with our media partner, Foz Media, is ready to give you a hand to deal with any physical, mental, behavioral, attitudinal hardships you may face in these tough and unusual times. Over the past few weeks, we have conducted a couple of surveys on different aspects with the help of nearly 500 of you who volunteered to take part. We have received some queries from some of you, and you can also clear your doubts in the Q&A session conducted at the end. On a side note, we might face some technical difficulties during the session, and please bear with us today. In today's session, we mainly focus on physical health, and a very special person is joining with us today to talk to you and answer your questions. She is a fitness personality, a fitness consultant, and also a social media influencer. Please welcome Ms. Sarani Tilakaratna, who is here today to help you improve your physical fitness and body health to create a better, stronger version of yourself. We warmly welcome you to the session, ma'am.
Hi there, Minnie. Thanks for having me. How are you? Oh, hi everyone. It's really great to be here. So Devi, why don't you start?
Yes, it is a great pleasure to have you here with us, ma'am.
Thank you.
And to give a fresh start to the session today, I would like to invite you to share with us how you started your fitness journey at first and what your inspiration behind that was.
Okay, so basically my inspiration is that I was overweight. I was very fat and I thought enough is enough. When I was in school, I was chubby also, but it wasn't in my head that I'm chubby. I did everything that I need to do. I took part in all the curricular activities and I played hockey and I really had a great time. But after that, when a lot of students start to study for A levels, they put on a lot of weight. So okay.
Yes, madam. Thank you very much. Yes, and with that empowering story, a question to all of that is that Even though the situation of the country is getting better, most of the students are still following online study programs and
Yeah.
are home most of the times. And we must work on a schedule, meet deadlines, and to include physical activity to their routines can be a little challenging to some of them. How would you recommend doing physical exercise amidst that so they can gain the most out of it?
You mean to work out while studying as well? Or
Yes.
okay. So just give me 1 second. I have a small note here. Just give me a second. Okay, so it's like this. Initially, you have to start with a schedule. Can you remove this main screen or do you want to keep me there? It's a bit awkward for me. Like I'm staring at myself. But hold on, give me a second. That's better. Okay, so it's like this. If you really want to do something, you need to set your mind and do it. So basically, motivation will get you started, but it's the discipline that will keep you consistent and eventually get you results. So you have to make sure that you set the first thing you should do is to clear the clutter in your mind. If your mind is really cluttered, it's really difficult to stick to a regime and follow through if you're going through problems and having issues. So declutter your mind and then have a routine, have a plan, have a schedule, have a diet plan, and start your journey with a set mind. And you will, if you fix it to your routine, it will make sure that you are consistent and track your progress. That way you can you be motivated by the results that you're gaining.
Thank you very much, madam. And may we know that should it be the working out, should it be every day, once a week, or is there a specific time, or
Yeah, that
how?
depends on your body goal. If you're somebody who is severely 20, 30 kilograms overweight, I think it's important that you have to work out, you need to work out a little bit extra. You have to do cardio at least 4 or 5 times. If you want to see fast results, you have to do it 5 times a week. And you have to eat according to your calorie intake. You shouldn't undereat or overeat. You have to eat according to your height, weight, and the amount of activity that you're doing, and a lot of other things. You calculate your calories and you eat that amount, nothing more, nothing less, and you do your workouts, cardio, just more cardio, running, walking, jogging, things like that. But if it's something like weight gain, for a very thin person with a high metabolism, if they're doing weight gain, they would start with 3 or 4 times a week. Then it depends on if you're a beginner or if you're an advanced athlete. So there are different things, but if you find the correct thing for your body goal, if it's weight gain or weight loss or just toning and whatever, and depending on how busy you are, if you have kids and if you're working and studying, if you can balance it and allocate just a few hours of your week into your workout, that will be awesome. That's all you need to do.
Thank you very much, ma'am. And is there a specific time we should set aside every day for this approximately?
It's like this. Some people say you should do. There are studies that prove that you should do cardio in the morning, called fasted cardio. That your body is in a fat burning thing. So there are different times. Some people are night people like me. I suddenly get energy at 8 in the night to start to want to do a workout. So it's like this. If you think that, or if you analysis is paralysis, right? If you overthink something, you're gonna end up not doing it. So I just think that morning or evening, just go to gym, even at 2 in the morning, if you have time and if you're energetic, go to gym and get it done. Just as long as it gets done. Yeah.
Thank you very much. And during the survey, we asked the participants to list out the difficulties that they face in continuing physical activities during the pandemic. And most of them have said that lack of motivation kept them from doing exercises. What would be your insight on this, and how do you manage to be motivated and spend each day productively?
Correct. Yeah, motivation is something that a lot of people thing is this. Motivation is an emotion. Like sometimes we wake up really happy, sometimes we're moody, sometimes we are like patient, and sometimes we just burst, right? So motivation is an emotion. We can't depend on an emotion every single day because that's going to let you down. Motivation will get you started, but it's the routine, it's the discipline, and it's the regiment. The discipline is what will get you to become consistent, and that in turn will give you results and long-term results. So if you just practice, practice, and practice, and just try to make a schedule and a routine, a daily thing, like you wake up in the morning and you brush your teeth, you have to wake up in the morning, brush your teeth, and go for gym. You have to fit that into 3 or 4 times a week into your schedule. Start off slow, and then you will fall in love with it, and you will start working out. You want to do more and more as you see more results. But motivation will get you started, but discipline will get you consistent and eventually results.
Yes, madam. Thank you very much. Saying that is motivational enough for us, I think. And and uh, and we have heard that the body types of different people have been classified into three main groups:
Yeah.
ectomorph, endomorph, and mesomorph. Is
Yeah.
there a specified diet according to the main body types and a specified training criterion for each of them?
Yeah, that there actually is. So it's not only ecto, meso, and it's ectomorph, mesomorph, and then the heaviest, the roundest endomorph, the slow metabolism one. So in between that also, between those three, there's body type. So I think mine is in the middle of meso and endo. I'm like, oh, or like, yeah, more on to meso because I'm kind of athletic, but endo because I have the, the heavy low body, a little bit metabolism here and there, but I'm athletic as well. So, but so there are body types in between these three main parts as well. So the first one is the really, you see really skinny people. They're called ectomorphs, and it's really hard for them to put on muscle because, well, it's possible, but they have to lift really heavy, and they have to eat a lot of carbs and a lot of protein and just a lot of calories, because just like they metabolize, they catabolize faster. That means they quickly repair, but they damage the muscle when they're training, but they repair the muscle fast as well. So that's the problem. It's a good thing, but it's gonna be difficult to gain muscle. But of course, so for them, they have to lift really heavy, eat a lot of calories, and just be very consistent and just keep training. They have to keep training like regularly, otherwise their muscle goes down. But then when it comes to the opposite spectrum of that, when it comes to the endomorph, that person's metabolism is much slower. If like, you hear girls say, I look at food and I put on weight, that's the endomorph, right? So with the slow metabolism, so they have to do way more cardio, way more intense things, maybe a little bit of, like, even if they're doing weight training, they should probably do jumping things with it, circuits, Tabata, whatever, like body weight workouts. They have to do a lot of cardio to burn that extra fat and keep the heart rate high and the metabolism up. And so it depends on your body type. It's correct, yes.
Yes,
Calorie
it
intake
depends.
and workout. Yeah.
And to maintain physical health, a healthy diet is a must. But with the prevailing situation, we can see some unhealthy eating habits, such
Mm.
as skipping breakfast, snacking too often. So I think if you could advise on that and give us guidance overall to nutrition, it would be very much helpful.
Yeah, I know. So that also, that eating, the food habits also come with motivation, right? When your motivation is low, you're just gonna eat something and like chill. You're not gonna think, like, I'm guilty of that. The first 2 weeks, 3 weeks of quarantine, there are these cinnamon rolls at this particular place. I was ordering it all the time, and for me and my parents, because it's just the three of us and three dogs. But yeah, guilty of that. But during this time, it's like this: when you're at the beginning of quarantine, I'm just going to share my personal experience. I have a feeling that a lot of you also went through this. Okay, just hear me out. When I started, I'm someone who wants to go out all the time. I need to be with people. I'm very anxious. Like I need to keep moving from place to place, and I come home at 10 in the night after all my work. It's a very active day. So for that mindset to suddenly wake up at home and you're at home the whole day, there was a lot of noise in my head. So I couldn't work. I couldn't dedicate to anything at that point. I just want to eat and chill, right? So I just realized, okay, this can't happen. I need to chill out and like calm down, be happy for a little bit, and have a good mindset to start work and to stick to a regimen, to start clean eating, to go do the home workouts, as well as do my digital marketing job, as well as do physics by Sari, as well as online training. So to do all that and stay at home is crazy. But I did something that clears my head. So I'm someone who I can't do yoga because I'm like in the position and I'm thinking, okay, well, I should have a mixed grill for dinner. So I can't concentrate. My mind runs at 1,000 miles, right? So for me, I used to paint watercolors. I just started painting watercolors and just watched some YouTube tutorials on how to paint leaves and little flower bouquets and things like that. And that, just while doing that, I was just thinking about staying between the lines. So what I'm trying to say is do something that will make your mind engaging and just, basically your kind of meditation. If yoga is your kind of meditation, then you do that. But it's not my kind of thing. So my thing that keeps my mind quiet and make sure that you get rid of the noise in your head and calm down and be happy. Then once you clear your mind, you can get to work. So take your time off, take all the time you need to adapt, do what makes you happy. Start a hobby or start a hobby that you used to do. Come to the correct mindset and then set your routine. Take a week and then set your routine and start. You have to, even if you're at home, wake up at this time, do this from here to here, do this from this time to this time. You have to plan your day, otherwise nothing is going to happen. So that's just, I hope that my experience can I hope you all can relate, and I hope that what I went through can help you guys as well. But I'm still trying to practice discipline. I'm still trying to stay consistent, so just don't stop trying, I guess.
Yes, I myself can relate to that because doing everything to a plan is actually very productive at
It's
the end
very
of the day.
productive.
And also, by looking at the results of the survey, there is a considerable decrease in engaging in physical activities during the pandemic time. Even though we have a lot of extra time in our hands, and I would like to ask you if it is possible to adapt to a physical fitness routine while you're at home. I know that what you just said about planning, but can you elaborate it a little bit more?
Yeah, sure. Now, this is the thing. Give me a second. I wanted to point out I'm really, really happy with the girls at the Rotaract Club of of Faculty of Science of University of Colombo. I was really, really impressed about this survey that you all have done. And personally, I was in shock because the results are the exact opposite of what I thought was going on. I honestly had so much work during quarantine. I was thinking people at home and they're all working out now because I had a load of clients, like loads of clients during that time. And I thought, okay, everyone's jobless at home and everyone's working out. But to see, it's the exact opposite. So you girls really let me know, my God, what I was thinking is absolute rubbish. To see there has been a decline and a serious, there's serious demotivation, like there's a serious mindset issue. So a lot of people like me who are extroverts, like I need people to exist. I love being with people. I love hanging out with people. I love working in a team. Physique by Sari is the only thing probably that I do by myself, but everything else I do with other people. So I need people. So when people like us stay at home, especially alone, we go nuts. So I can imagine the decline in motivation, but I guess your end of the day, your mental health is your responsibility. You can't blame anybody, your parents, your friends, your boyfriend. You can't blame anyone for your mental health. You have to be strong enough to take the decisions that you have to take for your mental health. If this person is driving me crazy, cut that person off. Like don't keep that person in your life and keep going crazy. Because like once you go crazy, there's no coming back from it. It's really hard to like be crazy. So yeah, so that's what I wanted to tell you all. You have to come to the correct mindset and start what you're starting.
Yes,
So
it's
thank you for this survey. It's really impressive. And even I thought that I was doing a good job. Looks like I have a lot more work to do from Physique by Sari. We have to really motivate people to get up. We don't know, like a lot of people committed suicide during this time. So, I mean, it goes to show that we really don't know what's happening in a person's mind when they're at home. And we really need to think about other people and send them a text and see if they're okay. So that's really scary, actually.
yes, ma'am. It actually gives everyone something to think about.
Yeah.
So, and about the home workout routines, can you please elaborate
Oh
about
yeah,
how
oh
you do
yeah.
it with and
Sorry,
without
I
equipment?
completely forgot
And
about. Sure thing. I completely forgot about that second half. Okay, so it's like this. Okay, let's say you're three types of people. Skinny people with a pot. Okay, that's every Sri Lankan like the thin people. Even like their art diet is carbs oriented. So even the thinnest person has a bandi. Okay, so skinny person with a pot. Then let's say you're a bodybuilder. This one is a bodybuilder, really big buff, always lifts heavy And then you're a very heavyweight person. You're 80, 90 kilos and you have about 30 kilos overweight. So there's three types of people, okay? If you're someone overweight, you have absolutely no excuse to not work out. There are millions and trillions and gajillions of workouts that you can do, body weight workouts that you can do at home. You can watch a few YouTube videos, or you can hire a sweet online trainer like me. I can give you your home workout videos and your home workouts and all that. And even with the quarantine diet, my clients and I were eating kurakkang and we were eating noodles and we were eating bhat and we were doing our diet. Okay, we were just eating eggs and rice at a point, but we were trying to, and there were like trucks of pumpkin coming, so we used to eat those. But we counted our calories and we still progressed during Corona. So there is absolutely no excuse. Okay, then there comes the bodybuilders. These guys are the real MVPs. I really feel bad for the bodybuilders because a lot of gains were lost during this period. So if they have some dumbbells and all at home, they can maintain their size by doing, just with 2 pairs of dumbbells or something. It's not enough for the real bodybuilders. That weight isn't enough. Like one of my friends was bench pressing his bed also. So you can do dumbbell workouts and things to maintain your muscle mass at home, but I'm sorry, but I think it'll be, unless you have a home gym, it'll be hard to gain more, but you can do something and maintain. Then we have the skinny one with the pot. He really needs to find a whole load of dumbbells to keep at home if he wants to gain weight. But you can always do exercises to stay fit, keep your belly fat down, and to stay healthy, keep your endurance up. Otherwise, when you go to gym after a long time, after one exercise, you're panting, you're tired, your endurance has dropped. So you can still do exercises to maintain your endurance, stay healthy, avoid the bundy from coming, and avoid your love handles from coming, and keep staying healthy and functional during this time. So that's the three.
Yes. Thank you very
Did
much.
I miss anyone there, me? Is there any kind? Think of all your friends. Like, is there any other kind of person, a body type that I missed?
I think it's all of them.
Everyone's there. Okay.
And thank you for sharing your life experiences with us as well, ma'am.
My pleasure.
And also, maintaining a good posture is also a very important aspect in physical fitness. It helps to avoid strain in your spine and reduce fractures. Could you brief us about the tips in improving posture and how to avoid common mistakes that we may be doing when engaging in day-to-day activities?
Okay, so even now, like when I'm at office, I find myself, slouching. So first of all, it's a mental thing. You have to remember not to slouch. So immediately you have to practice this daily. If you catch yourself, we do it without our knowledge, right? If you catch yourself slouching, straighten up, roll your shoulders back, keep your head in your neck level, not down or up. So a lot of people at office and like even now during our webcam, some people have the laptops very low. So you tend to bend your neck. And a lot of people have difficulties with the chair that they sit on. And a lot of my clients too, some of them, they know, oh, the office chair is like this. It's the office chair that's giving me back pain. But you know what they do? They continue to sit on that same office chair. So don't be like that. If you know that something is giving you back pain and a bad posture, take the action to change it. Otherwise, these things can have very long-term results. And so make sure you change that. Either lift the laptop or put down the chair or put a pillow or get a back support or something that helps you to maintain the correct posture. Apart from that, when it comes to exercise, even exercise can fix your posture. There are a lot of strength and conditioning exercises, even bodybuilding exercises, things like squats and all, things that strengthen your core and strengthen your back. Those are the main exercises that you need to do just to keep a good posture, and of course your legs and everything, but also you have to keep your shoulders back and your neck straight and just stand tall and consciously stay straight. That's how you adjust your posture.
Thank you very much, ma'am. And they say that mental health and physical health comes hand in hand. Would you like to add something to that as to how physical fitness help build a healthy mind?
Yeah, that's what we addressed earlier. If you're not mentally healthy, it's hard to even be physically healthy, because you first need to be in a right place of mind where you're ready to commit and to commit to a plan and a regime and just be disciplined. If you're all over the place, if you're going through a breakup, and if you're just in a downward spiral in a very dark place, it's very hard to stick to. You can start, but you're going to stop, you know. It's very hard to fight and stick to that routine. So again, doing things like, you know, watercolors or doing anything to first clear the noise in your head, then you can come to a very peaceful mindset and you can start. So, but one thing, this there is a story behind this also, when like the connection between physical and mental health. I initially thought that I was very mentally strong, and actually because I am mentally strong, that is the reason I am physically strong. Like when I'm going to do a deadlift or when I'm going to do a squat, in my head I've already lifted it, so I just go ahead and I'm like, this is easy, this is I'm anyway strong, so I can do this, and then I lift the weight. But just like that, when I got an injury, I really mentally collapsed. And then I realized you're not as strong as you think you are. When things are good, things are really good. But when bad things happen, like you get a little bit of a Achilles tendon injury, you really fall. So was I really mentally strong? No, I wasn't. So then I realized you have to be, your body is what listens to you. And then I started believing you're going to get better, you're going to get better. And I realized I didn't have the mental strength to stick to a regimen, to do a stretching routine and a foam rolling routine every day. I didn't even follow that. So how am I going to get better? So I realized I am not as strong as I think I am. There's so much more mental practice that I need to do to be strong during the tough times as well. And not only when everything's good and like it's a high to lift heavy weight and have a good time. So that was a good lesson for me. So when bad things happen also, that's the real test. And if you can come out of that. So I really learned about how strong I was, and I was like, I'm nowhere where I think I am. And I really practiced to do my routine, and I believed that I'm getting better. Like I feel it feels better today already, or it'll be better in just a couple of days. It'll be better in a couple of weeks. And today I'm actually 95% better. I'm back to training. You guys must have seen I'm very active on Insta again. So I'm just really happy that that was a good lesson. So definitely mental and physical health go hand in hand. But mental health is the first thing. If you establish your mental health, physical health is nothing. It's nothing. Like going to gym every single day is nothing, piece of cake. Going to work every day, having work from 8 in the morning to 12 in the night is no problem. Easy to handle. So.
Thank you, ma'am. I think all of us agree with you regarding that.
Yeah.
And also, as one of the rare and fortunate people out there who managed to build a profession out of your passion, how has fitness helped you to become a better version of yourself and influence so many people out there?
I've been asked this question so many times, and every time the answer is the same or it's completely different because I discover new things along the way. But definitely, fitness has helped me. It's like it could be fitness. I'm a very passionate person in general, because even in school I did a lot of curricular activities. Like, and if I do it wholeheartedly. Like for singing, I used to do choir, and I was choir leader at Ladies College, yay. And then small flex. And then I played hockey when I played hockey for school. I played hockey for Sri Lanka, and I used to do drama. So everything that I do, I was like in early morning at 5:45 I had hockey. Then after school 2 to 4 I had choir, 4 to 6 I had drama, and then 7 to 9 I had something else. But I loved it. It was a full day. So of course, when I get into this fitness thing and I start to love it because I'm a high energy person. I need to do something that makes me tired, like going for gym and making me tired. Like I shouldn't do anything that amps up my energy even more, right? So this thing, I just got so into it and I fell in love with the confidence that it gave me, and I was truly 100% myself. And because I got my confidence back when I put on even 3-4 kilos and I can't fit into my old clothes, I honestly want to die. Like I feel so ugly and I just feel so horrible when I can't. That's the truth. That's the truth. As shallow as it is, I started to become to look better. But then I realized, okay, you have to be healthy to look better. I know it sucks, but you have to do it. And then after that, I really realized that I can help a lot of people, not immediately go to the doctor and pop a pill if they're sick, but to give working out and exercise a chance, and that will really benefit their quality of life, not only losing weight and looking hot. but you don't have to pop pills and internally damage your other organs. You can start, even when it comes to hormone imbalances and when it comes to diabetes and cholesterol and pressure and things like that, you don't have to immediately pop pill. Now this is, now I'm not a doctor. Now if the doctor tells you take medicine, take medicine, okay. But there are doctors, when you go to the doctor, they'll be like, okay, first you eat healthy and lose a bit of weight, exercise, and then if it doesn't go down, then we'll take the medicine. So let's do that. But please visit your doctor and take your medicine, okay? Now don't not take medicine because I told you all not to. But again, we can, like, in all seriousness, we can 100% increase the quality of our lives if we just eat clean and exercise. Not even eat clean, just eat your rice and curry and eat what we're eating, but exercise. Just get everything moving, get your blood rushing, your heart pumping, and your hormones being balanced, and it will feel really good. So that's the thing.
Yes. And when we talk about spending our time, the main thing we need to achieve at the end of the day, I think, is work life balance. If we focus too much on one, we might fail on the other. And how did you achieve this balance regarding your personal life, professional life, and family life as well?
Yes. Um, Again, I'm 26 now. I'm 25. I'm gonna be 26. I have been practicing for years. It's hard. It's hard to do. It's like something's gonna something's gonna drop. Like if you're doing gym extremely well, the on like something's gonna get ignored. And there have been times when I just started the corporate job, the online training gets ignored for like a few weeks, and then again I have to do that. So sometimes something gets ignored, but to balance everything, when the work comes, you have to do it now. Like say that someone, like a client, send me the pictures or whatever, I have to compare it and send the grid now. Like if something happens, and you have to do your work now. If you have to take a call, you can't say, okay, I'll call that person later. You have to do it now. Just do it now and finish it off. And you have to set a plan. Now I'm not the pro of balancing life, but I am really, really, really trying, and I will keep trying. So just keep trying. Just, you can have the cake and eat it. Trust me, they're wrong. They say that you can't have the cake and eat it. Well, I'll tell you one thing, you can. You can. You can have it all. If you just have a schedule, have a routine, and like do it now. That's my advice.
That is a valuable insight given. Thank you very much for that. And I think as young adults, we need to accept our flaws and identify our weaknesses to achieve our goals in life. But no matter how hard they work, some people tend to be unsatisfied till the end. And would you like to add something to this and to how they can change the way they see themselves and be courageous to be a better version of themselves?
Yeah, if you're not satisfied, you need to have the courage to change your life. A lot of people don't have the balls to just leave their job and start a new job. You have to just take a risk and do what you need to do to make it. It's like this. Up until a certain age, we're going to listen to our parents, but after a certain point, your responsibility, your life, and your happiness is on you. Like you have to decide what you want to do and what makes you happy. No one can tell me what makes me happy. You don't know what I like. You don't know what who I want to spend my time with. You don't know what makes me happy and what I'm passionate about. So I'm gonna take that decision for myself, and I have the balls to make the change. Things can go bad. I can owe a lot of people. It's a risk always, but you have a lot of people follow the rules and stay in the system. And I have friends like that, and it hurts me to look at them. I'm like, you're whining and you're whining and you're whining. You've been crying about these same issues since O levels, A levels, but you ask, and you're still crying. And 10 years when I meet you, you're gonna still be crying. Meet you like 10 years later when I meet you, you're still gonna be crying about it. You have to have the balls to change. You can cry for a while, but after a certain time, you can't blame anybody for your misery. You have to have the courage to take the change and try different things and do what you're passionate about. Do what you're passionate about. Like try different things, try everything, try bartending for a month, try waiting tables for a month, try being an assistant at a hospital for a month, try this, try that, see what you like, work at a digital media company, work at a gym, just try, just because it's our time. Like you don't need to rush and be rich by 30. Now the times have changed where people are far more they're not ageist, they don't care about your age, you can start a business at 60. So try what you like, take all the time you need, and stick to something you're passionate about. If not, you're going to be miserable. So have the courage to make the change by yourself. I did that. That's why I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, ma'am. And now I think we can move on to the questions that was raised by our audience.
Okay.
So there is a few questions in the chat box, and I will read them to you. One question says that even though most of us tend to sit in front of the computers most of the time these days, when we get a free time to be active, we do certain stuff like gardening, cleaning, and work at home. In that case, do we still need a separate workout with a plan?
You mean if you're physically active at home, you're cleaning the house and doing things like that,
Yeah,
do you still need a workout schedule on top of it?
yeah, that's what they're asking. Like, is it essential to have a workout plan if you're active almost?
It's like this. Some people have huge houses and some people are in small houses. So the number of steps you're going to get within a day will be very limited. Do you get it? So although there's a calorie intake for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks, and tea, and coffee, and an eclair, even if those calories come in, it's not going to be burnt out, I think, by just mopping the first floor and second floor. So you'll have to really put an additional, home workout. Maybe run around in the garden, do some body weight exercises, watch a YouTube video or something, and do that work, do your body weight workouts at least, and burn a few more calories because the income is a lot. I'm guessing during this time.
Yes, of course. Even I tend to open this
It's
fridge
like this.
almost all the time.
It's like this. Just even if you're overweight, suffer for a few months, okay? 4 or 5 days a week, work out, and come to a certain stage where your metabolism is high. You're just gonna, and you can eat. If I want a pizza now, I'm just gonna eat it because tomorrow I can, or tonight in the afternoon, I can work out, burn it off, and my metabolism is high. What calories come in, calories come out. I'm not starving. I'm not storing anything. So come to a certain point where you can maintain and have a good life, eat and train, but till then dedicate a little bit. That's pretty much it. Like you don't have to die. Unless you have hormone issues and this and that you're wondering why you're not losing weight. So then you can get a test. If you're working out and eating clean and you're not losing weight, you should probably get a hormone test. Something must be up, thyroxine must be low or whatever. And the doctor will give you medicine and you just take that every day. And you do your workout and eat clean. And then you start to lose weight.
Yes,
Sounds
I think.
easier said than done, no? I'm making
Uh,
sound too easy.
and then the next question in the chat box is some of us tend to push themselves to limits in terms of working out and follow an intense workout routine. Is that all right, or does it affect your health by doing it more frequently?
That means overtraining, no?
Yes, it
Uh,
says, yeah, intense workout routine. Is that all right, or does it affect your health in some way?
okay. If you take Cristiano Ronaldo and professionals like that, they train for about 5 hours a day and they do very vigorous training. He runs underwater or cycles underwater. So you can imagine how tough their workout is. So, darling, when you have a certain calorie expenditure like that, say he must be burning about 5,000 calories a day, his nutrition intake must be also a high calorie intake like that, 5,000, 6,000, but like a very, very high calorie intake. So, if you're training this intensely, you have to make sure that you're getting enough calories to not only recover and repair the body, but to burn out, to do for your day, to calories to expend for your daily going upstairs and downstairs and daily expenditure, as well as you're compensating the calorie expenditure during your workout, as well as you have to take enough calories and proteins and carbs and fats for your recovery and overall health, and for your joints like fish oil, glucosamine, things like that. So it's better if you consult somebody. If you're gonna go in that advanced level, it's better if you consult somebody, have a doctor. Also, if you're training very heavily, Devami, you have to take care of your body. If you're giving your body such a hard time, you have to take care of your body and you have to say, I'm sorry. You rest and recover and sleep and give your body water, give your body proteins. And when it comes to this intense training, what I was trying to say is apart from nutrition, you have to go for deep tissue massages and loosen up your muscles, because when you train a lot, your muscles get tight, and you have to do your stretches, little mobility routines that keep your hip flexors loose, so you're flexible. So a lot of bodybuilders get very stiff like this. They can't turn past. They can't like touch their back because they're very stiff. So you have to make sure, even if you're big and muscular, you're flexible, and you have to release the muscles, release the tendons, and get the blood flowing and push out the toxins and the dirt and whatever that's left in the muscle. And sleep well. A lot of people miss sleep because of stress and also because of work. Boys will say, oh yeah, I can sleep for 4 hours. Yeah, I just had a 1 hour nap. Oh yeah, I had only 5 hours last night, but I'm totally good. But we are not like that. Okay, we need way more time. We don't have testosterone. We burn fat at half the rate that you burn fat. So let us sleep, and we'll wake up and call you. so, so don't tell your girlfriends not to sleep. They need like 8 hours. Okay, let them sleep. Don't be mean. So that's that. So sleep, drink water, hydrate, recover. And yeah, if you're training very, very intensely, you have to reward your body as well. And take
Yes.
rest days. Don't overtrain. Train, rest. Like train 3 days in a row and rest. Train 3 days in a row and rest, or something like that. If you're really, really tired and you couldn't sleep last night, just rest. Don't torture your body like this, because you might not see results. Sleep, rest, and train.
Yes, it's all about doing it in moderation, I think.
Yeah. And if you're doing it extremely, you need to compensate. Compensate with more calories, compensate with more. I'm all about training, so I really don't mind. If my clients want to train every day, I'll be like rest 1 day and then train like 3 days rest, 3 days rest. I have clients who they start like, ugh, I can't be bothered, and then halfway through they get really interested, and then I'm like, can you please take a rest? And they're like, no, I want to train, I want to see results. I'm like, you will see results, just rest. But yeah, it's fun.
There is also a question in the chat box: how many hours of sleep should we get per day, and should it be
Answer.
continuous? And I think you just gave an answer to that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yes. And there's another question. What would your advice be if someone is trying to start working out after a very long time, but is finding it difficult to maintain a fixed routine?
And it made difficult to maintain a fixed routine. Okay, if you're working out, okay, those are two questions. Someone who's finding it difficult to maintain a fixed routine, and someone who's working out for a long time. So those are two questions. I'm gonna answer the first part. First, if you're working out after a long time, don't suddenly go crazy at gym. Do not go crazy. I know you missed it, but start slow. Do a short workout. Properly start your dynamic warm-ups. We start a workout with, there are a lot of coaches who give stretchings like this at the beginning of the workout. Those are called static stretches, which are one place stretches, which has to be done at the end of the workout. Do that, relax, and go home. But in the beginning of the workout, you have to start with moving stretches, things like this, whatever. Moving warm ups. Those are called dynamic warm ups. So do all your warm ups and then do your workout and then stretch and take it easy in just the first day. After the second or third day, you can, I guess after the third day, you can really go nuts, because there's something called muscle memory. So if you're someone who works out and like you work out and stop and work out and stop, there's muscle memory. So you can go back to your previous weight pretty fast. You're not going to take a long time, but start slowly and then become intense again.
And also, ma'am, we tend to, at the university especially, we tend to do individual sports. We tend to work out at the gym. And also, we tend to team up and work out along with our friends. And what about this? What do you think is the best option? for everybody?
It depends on you. Some people are really busy and they don't have time to sync with other people's schedules. Some people go in the early morning, then if, like me, like I go and meet my friends at gym and work out there. But like if I see them and I work, and like if I see them I work out with them, otherwise I'm in and I'm out. Like, because you need to get it done and move on. But that being said, again, I would love if I had, in an alternate universe, if mine and my best friend like had synced schedules. I would love to go work out with them all the time. That would keep me so much motivated. It will keep me more consistent. And if I'm lazy, my best friend will say, let's go. If she's lazy, she'll be, I can be like, no, 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 get up, let's go. So we can like be in sync and make sure each other are motivated. That's actually how I started. I had a best friend. I have a best friend called Sarah, and her and I used to start. We started at CRNFC Power World back in 2014. And her and I, she only got me into weight training. I was like, I can't be bothered, and I'll just like walk on the treadmill. And she's like, no, no, come and do some weights. And that's how I started weight training through a friend. So I guess it's great either way. It depends on what works for you. It depends on our time schedule.
Yes. And someone is asking, how long should I jump rope for a good workout? Is jumping rope is a good calorie burner?
Jumping rope is a good calorie burner, but that being said, when I have had a few clients who find it a little bit difficult to jump rope because they're when it's like this, our ankles don't grow even if our body weight, even if our muscles grow. You know, our joints and our bones remain the same size. So when we put on a lot of weight, it's a little difficult for the ankle. So over time now, if you're jumping rope for hours and hours and hours, it's going to be a lot of stress on your tendon and your ankle and your calf and those muscles in that area. So you can risk, weakening that area and risk, it's a risk of injuries. But you can do it intensely for a few seconds. Like you can do like, okay, 100 skips and stop, 100 skips and stop, like a few sets of that at the end of your workout and finish it off, or between your workout. You can include skipping into your routine, but don't make an entire schedule of only skipping. If you're doing so, like, and if, especially with jumping exercises like skipping, you need to make sure you stretch the calves, and you need to make sure you stretch your hamstrings. You need to make sure you loosen your feet, massage underneath your feet, and keep those muscles intact. Otherwise, your ankle will pay a price.
Yes, you need to make sure every part of your body gets equal and
Equal treatment, yes.
workout training. Yes. Thank you very much, ma'am. Would you like to add something to all these questions that was raised? And
It
to
all comes down to motivation, and it all, end of the day, it all comes down to how badly you want it. If something is making you upset, do something to change it. If you are stressed and sad that you have put on weight, don't be sad. Get on the weighing scale, accept, okay, this is where I am, and then plan, this is where I'm going to be. If you can't do it alone, do it with a friend, ask for advice, hire a trainer, and get the support and the knowledge that you need to go on your journey, and take it easy. Do it when you're ready, not when your boyfriend tells you to, or when this one tells you to, or that one tells. Because I have a lot of female clients who, I don't want you to come to me because somebody sent you. You have to, like, if you're ready to make a change, you have to go for gym by yourself. That's a decision you need to make by yourself. When you're ready, your mentality and your happiness comes first. So do what makes you happy, do what keeps you busy, and when you're happy and when you're ready to start your journey. But fitness is not something that you start and stop. I have told that so many times. Fitness is something that you need to do consistently. So without going extreme and starving yourself for overtraining, let's just stick to doing our usual workouts. We'll start slowly and we'll just eat our rice and curry and our string hoppers, and we'll make it work. We'll just have some fish and some meat and some vegetables for dinner, and let's make it work, and let's do it in a way that we can, and have a few eggs and lift a few weights, do some cardio and chill. Like, it's not like a big deal. It's something that you can do to improve the quality of your life. So you're going to enjoy every step of it. Okay.
thank you very much, ma'am. And also, in a society that where people are judgmental about the way we look and what we do, as a woman who has faced these challenges, overcome them, and managed to find your true passion at such an early stage of life, Do you have any final message to give out to the fitness enthusiasts who are present here today?
Thank you, Remy. With what I've seen, the most judgmental person is yourself. I see a lot of self-criticism from my clients. They're like, "Oh, I'm so fat, blah blah blah." Like they feel like it's the end of the road for them. I'm like, dude, you just need to do some cardio. Like, chill. It's a lot of people are very self-critical, and actually, along the way, when you start something, someone's gonna say something along the way while you're losing weight. Now, like when I was fat, they're like, "Oh, you're too fat," and then when I'm losing weight, they're like, "Now enough. Now your face has gone down." Then when I was getting really thin, they're like, "Okay, now you look sick." And then when I started to lift weights and become toned and everything, they're like, "Oh my god, tell me how you did it, and how do I look like you?" So I'm like, you know so everyone's gonna always have something to say. You do you, and you just do what makes you happy. If having humongous shoulders and tiny legs makes you happy, you can achieve that body. If having massive legs and tiny hands makes you happy, go for it. If you want massive biceps, go for it. It's your body. You can decide. Like tomorrow, if I want bulging biceps, I know how to get them. Okay. So it's your body, and you decide what you want to, and do a workout schedule that suits your body and is gonna help you achieve your body goals. And let people say what they want to say. You do you. Stay in your vibe.
Thank you very much, ma'am. And with that, I think we came to the end of today's session. Thank you so much, ma'am, for joining with us today
Thank you for
and
having
giving
me,
us your
Devi.
valuable time. I'm sure all
Thank
of
you.
us learned a lot from you today. It was an honor to have you with us. Thank you
Thank you,
so
Devi.
much. And with that, we have concluded our session for the day. I would like to present our gratitude to our main sponsor, Vela Professionals of Chaplin Consumer Private Limited. And thank you everyone who joined. And please stay tuned. We will be right back in a short while. And with that, I will hand over control to Rotaractor Hiruni. Thank you very much, everyone.
Everyone.